I'm Brandon. I'm the 3D artist for the characters and animator. And during Sprint 1, I worked on and completed the two models that are going to be representing Afri. The current iterative process on those two characters is near completion, and I've already started getting the rigging completed on it.
I'm Misa. I'm an artist. This sprint I worked on concept art for the soldier and also a tree asset. I'm still currently working on that, getting textures on it, so I'll have branches and leaves and stuff.
I'm Rachel, also an artist. This sprint I started by working on the concept layout for the village. Then I started modeling out a cart. Still working on it, it's almost done, and it's starting to look really meta.
My name's Austin. I'm a designer. This first sprint, I've been working on the village level. I've created the terrain as well as the white box for that. We paper mapped it. And I've also been working on documentation for our first quest and for some of the puzzles that we're going to be looking at in the next sprint. So looking forward, I'm going to continue to iterate on my white box. And as we get assets, I'm going to continue to work on that.
Hi, I'm David. I'm also a designer. This last sprint, I worked on the road level and the space level, as well as designing some of the core functionality of the game. Going forward, I'm going to be continuing working on the terrains and the inclusion of art assets and the iterations to follow of those levels.
I'm Matthew. I'm a programmer. Last sprint, I worked on the game manager and scene managers. I will be iterating on scrolling capabilities for the camera views and making the particle system transition between the inner space and making it disable on all the other levels.
I am James, game programmer. For the first sprint, I basically worked the first half of it on API and the languages I was going to need for that. Since then, transitioned into just fully game programming at that point, focused on keeping everybody up to date with the Bitbucket and keeping the Bitbucket as up to date as possible. So we have our repository, everybody has the freshest, cleanest build. Outside of that, worked on getting the build up for week 5 and getting everything implemented for the third person character controller. And the transitions between each scene so we can pop into each world that we've created so far, and then just continuing forward from there.
Hi, my name is Owen B, the programming lead. In the last week, there was a lot of work that was done, especially with the third person controlling the character. There was a lot of fondling that had to be done with that in order for the camera to be stuck with the player. I did a little bit of work on that, and Matt and James did a really good job of polishing up everything that we needed for this week's build, so it was really good work together.
I'm Lane Goddard, the lead designer of the team. I've been working on the game documentation. It's 99% done, but I have to go over some stuff with Tyler Cook, the lead, to make sure everything's in place and in the vision of Justin, founder of Socent Studios. Make sure everything's how he wants it. And to speak for all the leads, I'm sure we're all thankful for and proud of the entire team for all of the hard work this spring. I know it's kind of difficult for the former team members because we did switch from a 2D to a 3D space, but they handled it well and we're all proud of them. Thanks, guys.